Lorraine described feeling like an Untermensch while waiting at passport control, leaving members of the Jewish community furious. Lorraine Kelly has been urged to apologize after using a Nazi term to describe waiting in passport queues at airports. The Scottish star, 64, used an interview with Times Radio to hit out at Brexit, saying it had made her travel experience more challenging. Speaking to Hugo Rifkind, Lorraine described waiting travelers as Untermensch, which is a German term for someone who is racially or socially inferior, and was used by the Nazis to describe groups like the Jews who were victims of the Holocaust. Lorraine described her trip back from Germany, where she had been watching the Scottish football team during the summer. She described separate queues for non-EU citizens as a kind of segregation, adding, "You feel like some kind of like Untermensch." She went on to say Brexit had been absolutely heartbreaking and the situation at airports was absolutely awful. Sammy Stein, chair of the Glasgow Friends of Israel group, said, "It's possible that she got carried away by her description of her return journey after Scotland's game with Germany. Perhaps her mind went into using a German word to illustrate her worldly knowledge and vocabulary, but I think it's very concerning when a well-known personality comes out with a derogatory term like this without knowing what it means. I think she should apologize for causing offense and move on." He added, "Apparently, Kelly once said that she says things out loud that used to be in her head. Perhaps she should fit a door between her head and her mouth." Untermensch was also used to describe the likes of Roma gypsies and Slavs, who were all targets of Nazi genocide. Kelly went on to say she was fed up of going to Europe and apologizing for Brexit, saying she felt embarrassed. Former Justice Minister Lord Wolfson, who is Jewish, took to social media to react and said, "A few generations back, my family knew what it was to be treated as an Untermensch. And they also had to stand in long queues, but not for passports. Yes, you ought to feel embarrassed." Ewan Yeathew, an assistant professor of international relations and international law at Leiden University, said, "Untermensch means subhuman, the nicest way of referring to Jews, Roma, and other peoples they targeted for genocide. It doesn't mean standing in a ****ing passport queue." Express.co.uk has reached out to representatives of Lorraine Kelly for comment,